So here we have the Mini Cooper hatchback on a 17 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through a few controls on the inside. But from the outside you can see that it's a 5-door car with alloy wheels and tinted windows. Let's start off inside the boot and then work our way around the rest of the car from there. As we approach the back of the car, you'll see we've got reversing sensors, plenty of boot space as well, along with a 60/40 split folding rear seat. And this tray will come down into place as well, so that if you fold those seats down you have a flat boot all the way through. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back round to the front of the car now, and then I'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But now that we've done a full circle of the car, you can see that it's in lovely condition the whole way round. Just briefly before I climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. As you can see, the seats are half leather, which is what comes as part of the chili pack. There's many other options on this car, which I'll show you now. Okay, so now that we're inside the car, we're going to start off with the dials. On the left-hand side, we have the rev counter. We have the speedometer in the middle, and you can see contained within the speedometer, we have the trip computer, which includes the total miles on this car of 6,091. There's a button on the end of the indicator stalk that will give you different pieces of fuel economy information, as well as a digital readout for the speedometer, which, as you can see, takes over the majority of that little digital screen area if you leave it for a few seconds. If we back out to the steering wheel, on the left hand side we have cruise control and speed limiter, and on the right hand side we have stereo controls as well as voice activation for the phone. So hit that button, ask it to dial anyone in your contacts list, and it will do that for you without you having to take your phone from your bag or pocket. That is of course once you paired up the phone, and that is done over on the central screen just here. So you can see me moving through various menus, menu options I should say at the moment. That's all being done using this dial down here. So this will take you through the various options on this system in all of the different menus. When you find something you want to select, you just push this button down. You can also move it to the right, left, up and down, which is becomes useful in various different menus. So we're in the main menu at the moment. For example, when we want to pair our phone, we go all the way around to telephone, push the button down, and then we can pair our phone from there. If I press the menu button, we go back to the main menu. In terms of multimedia, there's lots of ways to listen to your music in this car. You can see we've got USB connection, auxiliary connection, and once you pair the phone, you can stream music wirelessly via Bluetooth audio as well. And on top of that, you then have your radio. When it comes to radio, we have FM, AM, and DAB digital radio. And around this side, the satellite navigation. Now I mentioned this car had a few options. One of the options that it has is a Media Pack XL, which gives you the extra wide map screen. As you can see, really clear. It's a fantastic satellite navigation, and you can use that dial to zoom into the map. There's a full video showing exactly how this works on our website and on our Facebook page. It's well worth checking that out. But just as a brief overview, you can see a menu on the left hand side here. If I jog that dial to the left, you can access that menu, and that is where you'll then input your guidance from there. As I say, well worth checking that video out. So below that we have the volume for the stereo, and then we have dual zone climate control. So you can adjust the temperature independently on either side of the car. Fan speed up and down from here. And then when you're happy with the temperature and fan speed, you can turn the air conditioning on with that button, or back off again, or you can hit auto and the car will take control of the fans itself to maintain the temperature you've asked for. You can turn the fan speed down or just push that button to override the system and take it back to where you were before. Below that, we've got stop and start. So that button turns it off. It's a system that's designed to cut the car engine when you're stationary in traffic to save you fuel. You can turn the system off should you wish to. Similarly, you can turn off traction control from here. That tab starts and stops the engine as long as the key is in the car. It can be in your bag, in your pocket, but that's how you start and stop the engine. Underneath there, we have a 12-volt charging socket under this cap. We then have USB and auxiliary input, a 6-speed manual gearbox, and then just below that we have the ability to change the setup, or the driver setup of this car. So at the moment we're in what they call, or what Mini call, mid mode. If I do that with the hoop, we're now in sport mode. That would take us back to mid mode, and that would take us to green. Any mode we change it to, so we're in green at the moment, the car will highlight the mode that you're in up on the screen for a few moments. So if we put it back in mid mode, for example, you can see it there. And if we put it into sport, we get the red illumination around that dial, and it says maximum go-kart feel. Essentially what it is changing is the firmness of the steering wheel or the steering I should say, the sensitivity of the accelerator pedal, and just to give you a sportier feel. Or in eco mode, a more docile feel. It softens everything up. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to call any of our MJA sites. We'd love to hear from you soon.